And welcome to Game Creation. As I said yesterday, I'm not feeling too great, so forgive me if I cough a little bit in this video. I keep this short and simple. What we're going to be doing today is looking at making a kind of dev menu for us when we're creating the levels and stuff. And it's going to be useful because we're going to be creating more things as we go on through this tutorial. So at the moment we've just got grass, sand and water. But we're going to make it way more complicated than that. So it's going to be a simple week-ish, but a necessary one going forward. So let's get started. Okay, so I've opened up the same project as we've been using, and if I just run it now, you can see that we've got a nice little dialog box there. We can shift through the dialog, but I'm just going to remove that for now. So the way I'm going to do that is just make sure that these aren't created at start. Because what I'll do is when I need them, I'll create them. And press shift to continue on. And in the event editor, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to double click on the left hand side of the dialog box and just say not active when frame starts. Now this might cause a problem because we've used start of frame quite a lot here, but we'll deal with that later. So when we need the dialog box, we'll know that we need to fix that. So this week is all about the dev area. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start labelling the layers because we're going to add another layer. Unfortunately you can't label the layers on the menu on the right hand side. So this is going to be our game layer. And if I go to, this is our dialog box layer. And if I go to this one, this will be our game layer. And it just helps for later on to label them. And the player's not going to see that. That's just going to be tucked away, which is nice. And just add a new one. And this one will be our dev layer. And try and get in the habit of labelling things. It makes it a lot easier to know what layer you're on. Because I wish you could label these. You can pin these and you can see straight away, like it doesn't disappear. We can just, I like it out of the way because I like to have maximum real estate. Okay, so for the dev layer, I'm just going to create an active. And I'm just going to have quite a lightish background. And let's pull that up. Pull it across and let's make it 100 big. Should be more than enough. Now what I'm going to do is put the action spot at the bottom left, so it just makes it easier because I always want this at the bottom left. Okay, go to the event editor, go into dev area, and we're just going to say always position this. We're going to set the y coordinate to be, well first of all it's going to be the y coordinate of the top visible edge plus the vertical size of the client area. Let's just run that. Perfect. Make it full screen. Now the width isn't going to bother me too much because I'm going to try and fit it all on that one. Remember this is only for us, so if it does bother me down the line I might change it. I might make that the same width as the frame. So what is it, 540? Let's just make sure the X is 0 so it fits nicely. The width is, I don't know what the width of the frame is when we start up. Is it 960? 960. There we go. There we are. And then when I'm putting stuff on this, because I'm just going to place stuff on this throughout this week, and I don't need to worry about anything else. I might have it so that it just works in this area here, So for this resolution, and then it just saves me time later on. And then if I expand it like that, then it breaks. But we shall see. Until tomorrow. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you want to see more from us, please click subscribe. We release videos every single weekday at 7 PM UK time. Thank you.